News This Morning continues now with our Money Scope report.
Time for a check of market activity this morning. Starting overseas with Tokyo's Nikkei average, it rose 60 points today. That's 0.5%. In London, the FTSE was lower in early trading. In New York, the markets were closed yesterday, obviously, in observance of Memorial Day. The Dow will start the day at 10,188. The NASDAQ will open at 1986. The food industry spends millions every year marketing to children. Some say that push is partly to blame for the epidemic of childhood obesity. We're taking a look again this morning as ABC News and Time Magazine continues a special series, Critical Condition, America's Obesity Crisis. And joining me now is Paul Kernett, the founder and president of Kids Shop, to talk about kids, commercials, and overeating. Paul, great to have you on the program.
Morning, David.
We know this is not something new, but how are marketers targeting children?
Well, marketers are targeting children really much the same way that they have for many, many years. This is the third generation of television in a real sense, and television has been a big part of the driver of advertising to kids over all this time.
And how does it differ from the way they target adults?
It differs in the way that they target adults in that childhood is all about fun, it's all about learning, it's all about play, and to some extent, the products that are marketed to kids, toys, food, to some extent, recreation, brings out the fun in those products, brings out the enjoyment in those products.
Okay, so for the parents watching here this morning, how do they, battle that kind of constant imagery being sent to their children?
Well, I don't think it's a battle for parents in the sense that if the relationship that they have with their kids is solid, parents grew up on all of this advertising and all of these products themselves. So this is not new news to them. It is not new ground.
So it's the way they teach their children to eat, their habits.
It's the way they teach their children to eat. It's leading by example. It's what they serve. It's portion size. It's so much of what we deal with every day.
You also point out that there are many other factors in addition to advertising, and you point to a lot of school districts that have cut their budgets. Their physical education programs have changed. In fact, their after-school programs have been eliminated in many cases.
Well, certainly not by choice in the case of the schools, but it's a fact that budgets get tight. Phys ed programs get cut. After-school programs aren't what they were. And kids just don't have the kind of outlet for running around that we had, generations ago.
And so what's a parent to do?
Well, I think parents need to be relaxed on the one hand. I think parents need to lead by example. I think parents need to encourage their kids to play. We tend to drive our kids around and overschedule our kids with lots of different programs. Once upon a time, kids ran out and played on the block with their friends and came in at dinner time and they were, dirty and sweaty and had a good workout and,
ate a good meal.
And ate a good meal.
Right.
That mom cooked.
That's right. Founder and president of Kids Shop. Thanks so much for coming in, Paul.
Thank you, David.
And a program reminder, the ABC News Obesity Series will continue here right on ABC.